Welcome to Beyond Sunday, a podcast from Schweitzer Church. I'm your host, Jason Leininger, and in studio today, we have Sylvia Spate, who is here to talk about the Schweitzer-Pittman partnership. Now, Pittman is an elementary school that's about 3 or 4 blocks north of Schweitzer Church, and so we've connected and have had a partnership for about the last dozen years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sylvia right now is one of our key leaders in that partnership, key to the bridge. And so, Sylvia, why don't you describe for us what that partnership is like?
Okay, what the partnership is like is we try to show God's love through to the teachers, by supporting them, whether it be a luncheon that we provide for them, or whether it be we do school supplies, and also academically by our Reading Buddy program. And then we also try to support the students as much as possible, again, by the school supplies and the Reading Buddy program. But it's just kind of like we're trying to support everyone there. Just show God's love to those families there.
And even the parents.
And the parents,
some other
yes.
ways.
Yeah, we are kind of removing a little bit of the financial stress through the school supply program, which is an amazing thing that the entire church is involved in. And I'm just always so amazed at at everybody's generosity in that, because it happens in a very quick period of time. And then also our Christmas market. Yeah, that's coming up.
It is. So we've got a number of things that kind of make up what the bridge looks like for this partnership. Like there's the backpack program that happens in August, September.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually we do some special stuff with their schools, right? Like when their teachers want to gather before school, we do some stuff prep for the teachers.
Right. Yeah, that's part of the school supply program and stuff. So the teachers do not have to worry. What if a student forgets their supplies? But we also support them by, before school starts, we'll have a luncheon for them. And then during teacher appreciation, we have a luncheon for the teachers. Yeah.
And have done some fantastic things, really some great ways to appreciate the teachers. But one of the things you're really deeply involved with is the Reading Buddy program.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you describe for us what that program does?
Okay, yeah. Well, the Reading Buddy program, we have about 22 people involved, and we mainly involve the kids K through 3, and we'll have, say, six different reading buddies in the kindergarten age group, and they'll meet with one student for 30 minutes for the entire school year. And so you get to develop a relationship with that child. And I think sometimes if you think it's beneficial, you will follow that child up, all the way through grade 3, or sometimes even beyond. I'm still meeting with this little girl. I just go once a month and see her, and just kind of have that mentorship with her. And she's in 4th grade now.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
What kind of books get read in the Reading Buddy program?
Oh, we do. What I like to do is I like to have the fun picture books, for part of it, but then we try to have a book at their grade level, so you spend some time with something with it's more at their grade levels, so it kind of draws attention maybe to some of their sight words. And then we do spend some time working with our sight words kindergartners, or working with recognizing letters, just basic letters. I mean, it's very basic at that age, because some of the children have not been to preschool. Yeah. So
where would the book Calvin and Hobbes come in?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah.
That was
that one of your favorites?
I do like Calvin and Hobbes, but I started reading Calvin and Hobbes when I was an adult.
Yeah.
In college, when they said you had to read so many pages for a class.
Uh-huh.
That's where I read Calvin and Hobbes.
Well, I hope that by the time these kids are in college, it'd be wonderful that they're reading that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's also Calvin and Hobbes, the booklets were things that one of my sons used to actually, that was the first book he read.
Uh-huh.
And really started him reading, because he wanted to read those on his own.
Okay.
And so he took
inspired him.
It did.
Yeah, it did. And I think that's what we try to gear into with our students is what are they interested in? What kind of books that we can get that really excite them? So, yeah.
That's the trick to reading, isn't it?
It is tricks, getting them, and I think that's why I like the funny books too, too. So
anyway. How about Amelia Bedelia? Where does
she's in there for sure. Yeah.
She's one of my favorites these days.
She's a character for sure. Yeah. So
I never got to read her until, I don't know why, but Suddenly, when we had girls, we ran into Amelia Bedelia, and I love what she does with words. And so now
Yeah.
I've just been doing,
That's sweet. Yeah. I love the rhyming, like
yes.
my Halloween book this week with my kindergartners. You've got the bat cat hat, I mean, it's perfect for learning those, that basic
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
It is fun stuff. Yeah.
You've got 22 reading buddies. One of the things you said before we went on is that
Mhm.
some of your reading buddies have more than one student.
Yeah, really, a lot of them have got at least 2. We've got several with 4, and then we added some older kids this year. We had actually a 5th grade teacher approach us and say, I've got some children that aren't reading at grade level, quite a bit below. Would you mind working with them? So a couple of us have just started that recently too. So it's a little outside the box for us, but it's a need.
If somebody wanted to be a reading buddy, if they had the time availability, how
Mhm.
would they go about connecting with you and getting connected with this?
I'm really glad
Opportunity.
you asked that because we actually depend a lot on the Council of Churches. They're the ones that have started this whole Reading Buddy program. It goes across this area, and they have training. You go through training with them. They help you where you have to do all your paperwork if you want to be in Springfield Public Schools.
Okay, sure.
And stuff like that. So it's a whole program through the Council of Churches, and they, when I approached them about wanting to do this thing with just Pittman, focusing on Pittman, it's really worked out so well. We've also had math buddies at Pittman,
Okay.
so which the school is so grateful for because they've done really well. They are trying to use this kind of as a model for other churches,
Oh.
like they're that
Aldersgate?
Aldersgate in
Mhm.
Nixa is, they showed her what Schweitzer was doing, and they're trying to get Aldersgate Church to do that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic. So if somebody's interested in being a part, they should contact you. Yeah.
and then I'll help get them all set up. Yeah, I would love it. Yeah,
think-
because we have reading buddies that have been reading buddies for probably more than 10 years.
Sure.
But we have some that they through health reasons, whatever reason, it doesn't matter. We'll have a little bit of turnover.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And I think you can find out if somebody wants to find out more information or a way to contact Sylvia, you can probably go to the Schweitzer.church website and find out under resources the Pittman Partnership and get connected with Sylvia.
That
and
would
other
be
people.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I would love it. Yeah, we're always glad to have people join us. Yeah, so that would be great.
Thank you, Sylvia, for
All right.
coming in
Thank you.
and sharing about the Pittman Partnership and
All
Reading
right.
Buddies.
It's all good.
It is good. Thank you to our viewers and listeners. You would always help us out if you would take a moment and subscribe, and share this podcast and other podcasts in the Schweitzer brand. That would be fantastic. We're grateful that you've joined us today, and we always look forward to seeing you on Sunday and beyond.